Hi, today's video talks about Steve Jobs' biography, what it's really like to be at the top of page one, and gives you an enhanced campaign tip. So one of the great imponderables of the online marketing world was slightly resolved last week. A company called Chitika Insights, which is a survey firm bolted onto the back of a traffic firm, has actually surveyed several million impressions that are happening on the Google search pages for a range of search phrases. And from that, they've concluded that 33% of the traffic goes to the #1 slot in the Google rankings. 27% goes to the second slot, and 11% goes to the third slot. Obviously, it's a cascading number as you go further down the page. The most important statistic of all is that 92% of all traffic is not going beyond page 1 to get a resolution to its search. So when people are searching for a specific phrase, they are just simply not going on to page 2 and beyond. Now, we've known this for a long time. We all know our own search behavior, and we assume others are very similar. But to hear that it's now only 8% of browsers even consider going on to page 2 is really, it really focuses the mind on how important those top few slots are. Google advertising can get you into those top 4 slots almost overnight. Depending on the competitiveness of your market, it can be done very, very quickly. We've had lots of campaigns live where our clients have gone immediately to the top. You cannot have a more powerful medium of advertising than Google advertising. And these Chitika statistics are just simply backing up what we've really always known. But now it's absolutely black and white. Here's a tip regarding the new enhanced campaigns from Google that have been gradually enforced, rolled out over the last month or two. If you have a website that is not mobile friendly, for example, if you haven't got a mobile friendly version of your website available for people on smartphones, then you might think that AdWords has severely penalized you. Because one of the major changes with enhanced campaigns is the fact that you can no longer set up specific desktop campaigns, tablet campaigns, and mobile campaigns. So what that means is your campaigns have to target all the devices all at once. However, if you set the mobile adjusted bid to -100%, you will no longer enter the auctions for keywords on mobile phones. Obviously, this is the best way to go if your mobile site is just simply not very good, doesn't convert. Many mobile sites are simply not very attractive, that they get what we call balking, where things move around the page and it just doesn't present very well on a small device. That's one of the reasons why we are building all websites now on what we call a responsive platform, to allow all websites we build to show beautifully on smartphones. It's more and more important that that's the case. But just in case you have a website that isn't mobile responsive, and you obviously struggling budget-wise, because quite frankly, if you have any budget to offer to that situation, resolve it immediately. Mobile phones are being used exponentially more this year than they were last, and it'll be even worse next year. If you don't have a good mobile-friendly website, it's certainly going to hamper you. But take that tip. If you do have that situation, at least it will mean that you won't waste your Google AdWords budget on sending people to a website that simply will never convert. Cavario produced a very interesting report this week saying that mobile PPC spend was up 132% year on year. That's within an environment that overall PPC spend was up 23% year on year. So obviously that's a massive outperform by mobile ad spending, which of course inside the online advertising world, you know that that's the case. You know that smartphones are just getting used so much more, and that you need to push clients to be pushing a decent level of the budget now towards mobile and particularly smartphone advertising. At the same time, smartphone cost per clicks were found by Cavario to be 40% lower than desktop cost per clicks. Obviously reflecting the incredible opportunity that focusing mobile phone campaigns can currently bring, because eventually I would imagine those are going to be in parity. So if a phrase costs you $2 per click on a desktop campaign, and currently it's, let's say, $1.20, then I can imagine within 12 months they're going to be at parity, possibly at the $2 mark, or they could meet halfway at $1.60. Of course, that assumes there's not some natural growth in the price anyway, but for that particular factor, I think right now mobile advertising is incredible value, particularly if you set up a click-to-call advertising campaign where the person seeing the ad has a simple button on their smartphone that they press, and that immediately engages their phone number, your phone number in their smartphone, which then just needs them to press the next button, the green button, and they are online to you. No need even to go and visit your website. Disruptive technology is a phrase that's been coined in the last few years to define those amazing items that are being invented, that are basically